So look, obviously, first win at home. You guys give up 99 here. You guys give up 99 points in 53 minutes. I mean, can you talk about the defense and how you guys were able to manage to win this game?
They after the last game, we had a long film session, and we talked about a lot of stuff. So I was expecting a much better defensive performance tonight. So I was real happy to see the way we came out. And there was a couple times, especially in that first half, where it felt like it was going to go one way or the other, which was us getting selfish, taking quick shots, and them starting to run away from us. Or we were going to stay with that energy we found to start the game. And I think it shows that they're growing. Like I'm saying, they keep working hard. They're getting better. They're learning from these experiences. And defense is what we want to hang our hat on. Obviously, where we're at, that's not the case right now. But tonight was a great example for them and a great way for them to feel and see that even when you're missing a bunch of shots, we shot 23% from the three-point line, 44 from the floor. You have a chance to win if you can play defense. So, that's kind of the message that we've been trying to deliver. So it's good to actually have them experience that for themselves in a game.
Luka, I know you've talked a lot over to your right. I know you've talked a lot about Julius this year and his role and what you expect from him. Hadn't played much until that fourth quarter, and then you rode him throughout. What did you see from his game overall, and especially as things built?
Julius has been, he was great for us. He last year he did the same thing in a lot of those type of games we needed to win. He just, he's got that inside of him. And he's done a better job of showing it more consistently this year in training camp, preseason, stuff like that. And he showed growth too. Last year, if he went to play and I tried to put him in the fourth, he probably would have shut down a little bit on me. And today, it's not for me, but for himself and his teammates, he was great in that fourth quarter. We don't win that game without him. That verticality took two of them late in the game with talented players flying at him. The big three that he hit, just really happy that even though he wasn't playing, that he still stayed ready and came in and helped. And on the flip side of that, Larry Nance, who was really, really good for three quarters, I didn't play him at all in the fourth. And I was planning on getting him back in, but Julius started, you could see it in Julius's body language. And I looked down the bench, and Larry Nance is up, and he's cheering for Julius. He's happy for him, and that's what we want. It's not about individuals. It's about the team and making the team come first. And I thought tonight was a good step forward with that.
What were your thoughts on how Brandon played late in the game?
He was great late in the game. Early, he seemed to be a little flustered. I think him and Oubre got into it a little bit, which got people that cover the Lakers last year saw. When that happens to Brandon, he seems to play better. So I thought when they kind of started jawing a little bit, it for whatever reason got Brandon to another level, and he turned a mediocre game into a one where he was grabbing defensive rebounds, calling plays out in a half-court set. Not always the right play, but hey, steps. He was calling a play out, which I'll take for now. And obviously, by the end, at the end of the game, we went to him. We called a play that gets him ISO'd at the top, and he went in and had a big time finish for us.
Julius not starting this season has been a point of contention for him. He's admitted it before, but have you stressed him at all the importance of finishing games? Because that's gone on for him the last couple.
Yeah, that's. To me, I'd rather finish a game than start a game anyway. But, the idea is if he's in there, and all our guys should know this, if they're in there and they're playing really hard and they're playing the way we want them to play, the way they're competing, I've proven I'll leave you in. Like, you're gonna finish games for us. I got JC out early too because I planned on getting him back in to finish a game with some offense for us. That group was rolling. I'm not gonna, unless someone looks too tired to make the right decision. So yes, I've had that conversation with Julius. Hopefully he takes it to heart.
Back to Brandon Ingram real quick. What does it say about him that, you called that ISO play for him, but he misses the shot, and he manages to make it happen, to go back for his tip in there?
Yeah, well, it's what I first liked about him is because we can run that play two ways. We can ice clear it out, or we can send that 5-man back up to center pick. So on the bench, I asked him which one he preferred, and he gave me the answer I was hoping for, which was get that big out of there, let me go. And he made the play for us. So he's his will to be really good is great, and as he matures, his game will catch up with him. I think that was kind of what you asked about the tip-in part of it. Like he's not just gonna shoot a jumper and see if it goes. Like he's trying to will that stuff in. So it'll all catch up for him.
Coach, over here, right here.
Over here. Oh,
Right here. Yeah. You have a lot more options this year than you did last year. How important is that?
I don't think I think we had a lot of options last year. There were different type of options. I feel like we had more offensive based players last year, scorers, Lou Will, Nick Young, obviously. D'Angelo's a great scorer. So we had a lot of options. But it's great because it gives you that ability when guys aren't playing either the right way or they just don't have it. There's 82 games. It's going to happen. You can go to somebody. But it's also very difficult because most of our depth, we're young. So it's like Kuzma finishing a game. It's a gut feeling he's going to make a play for us, but he's a young player. We don't know that. He's not proven in this league yet. Sticking with Julius. If Julius misses that three or fouls at the end, I'm probably getting blasted for leaving him in because Larry had 18 and 10 in 24 minutes. So like that part of it is challenging because it's not like you're putting Kobe, Lamar, and Pau Gasol back in the game. So if they make good or not, that's what everyone knows you should do. So there's definitely some positives about it because I got different options to try different things. But there's always give and take with that stuff.
Hey, Luke, Lonzo missed shots tonight, but how did you feel how he played down the stretch? And what did you guys do, if anything, to slow down Wall there in the fourth quarter and overtime?
Well, the main thing we said with Wall is we just wanted to keep him off the foul line, which we did a great job of. I mean, he is so hard to keep it off the foul line and from scoring at the front of the rim on you. So I thought our guys, so we had 4 guys guarding him, and then we started switching everything. So then whoever was in the game was guarding him, and they all did a great job of staying down, not reaching, chesting it, making him finish. So, obviously he missed some shots tonight. He's the type of player that, those 18 points could have been 30 just if he was hitting his normal shots. I don't think we necessarily made him miss all those, but we followed our game plan as far as making him earn everything he gets. And I thought the whole team did a good job of that.
And how about Lonzo on the stretch?
He was great. I told him, I told our guys at the start of overtime, I said, listen, let's learn from last game. Let's not just jack up 3-point shots all of overtime. When the game's close, let's not go for that home run play. Let's move the ball, attack the paint. If the three gets open, take it in rhythm and shoot it. But that being said, we're going to start overtime in Lonzo. You're going to take this three and knock it down. And he liked it. And, he didn't make it, but he walked back to me and said, Coach, I'm going to hit the next one. And he missed the next one too. But his confidence was there, which for a rookie, that you love to see that. And then eventually down the stretch, he made some really nice plays. He even when he's missing his shot, he still impacts the game in such a positive way that we're really happy that we have him on our team.
Sorry, I'm writing down the last interesting thing you said. It feels like 100 years ago at this point, but before the game, there was a lot of fanfare about the Lonzo and Wall matchup and a lot of chatter. Did you feel like that got your guys any more amped up coming into this, or did you notice any effect?
Our guys were more locked in tonight. It shouldn't be anything to do with that. It really shouldn't be. I did bring up and shoot around today, though. Like, look, this there's nothing personal, but we defend each other. So if people want to talk about our players, we should be offended, and we should go into that game and we're telling ourselves that's not all right, and we're not going to stand for that. We're not just going to, we're not just going to bend over and let that happen. So I don't know if that was part of it.